Hi, this is Triveni, working as assistant professor in Chevrolet Engineering College in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. So in today's session, I'm going to explain you about K-map method of simplification. Okay, to minimize the Boolean expressions. So in previous session, we already discussed about the minimization of Boolean functions or expressions using Boolean theorems. For example, if the number of variables are increases, we have to rewrite the simplified expressions after each step. So that was time consuming process. Okay, to overcome this difficulty, we go through Karnaugh map method. In shortcut, called it as K-map method. K-map method. So this K-map method is used to simplify the given Boolean functions when if the number of variables are increases. Okay, so actually this is a graphical representation. In this graphical representation we have 2 power n cells for an input variables. 2 power n cells for an input variables. In this method of representation, the adjacent cells are differed by only one bit position. Only one bit position. Okay, so actually this K-map method is used up to 5 variables. Up to 5 variables. Okay, so see here, this was the graphical representation for 2 variable K-map. 2 variable K-map. See here, for 2 variables means here 2 are the input variables. We have 2 are the input variables. For 2 variables, we have 2 power n cells in graphical representation. 2 power n means 2 power 2. 2 power 2 means 4. Here we have 4 cells. Here we have 4 cells for 2 variable K-map. Okay. So for 2 variable K-map or 3 variable or n variable K-map, here the ordering of the variables also important. We have to take the variables or we have to represent the variable in K-map. So in particular order. See here I am taking variables y and z. So we have to write like this. Here we have to write y and here we have to write z. Okay. So for example, this is 2 variable K-map, graphical representation of 2 variable K-map. Okay, so for 2 variable K-map, we have 2 power 2 cells, means 4 cells. Okay, so here when the cell is said to be adjacent, if they differ only one bit position, so we said those 2 cells are adjacent. Those 2 cells are adjacent. Okay, so see here, this is 2 variable K-map. So here I am taking variables x and y. X and y. Ordering of the variables also important. Here I am taking x and y. For example, you have to simplify an SOP expression. For SOP expression, in SOP, 0 is complementing of the variable, 1 is uncomplement of the variable. For variable x, we have 2 possible combinations, 0 and 1. And for variable y, we have 2 possible combinations, 0 and 1. So what is first cell? 0, 0. 0, 0 means if you want to simplify SOP expression, here each cell is called min term. In each cell we have product term. So product term is called min term. When if you want to simplify the SOPs, sum of products expression. Okay, so if it is SOP, we have to represent it as min term 0, min term 1, min term 2, min term 3. Okay, so see here I'm taking a variable x and here I'm taking a variable y. For single variable we have 2 possible combinations, 0 and 1. For single variable we have 2 possible combinations, 0 and 1. So this is nothing but matrix method of multiplication. What is first cell? X is 0, y is 0. What is second cell? X is 0, y is 1. Okay, for example, if you want to simplify SOP, sum of products expression, we can read x as x bar and x here. One is treated as uncomplement of the variable. So here we can write x bar, x, y bar, y. So that we can write here x bar, y bar. Okay, and next x bar y. So this was wrong. This is x bar y and this is x y bar and this is x y. This is x y. So this is the two variable K-map graphical method of representation. Graphical method of representation. Okay. And next three variable K-map. For three variable K-map, we have 2 power 3 cells. 2 power 3 cells. 2 power 3 cells means 8 cells. 8 cells. Okay. For 8 cells, see here we have three variables. Here I am assuming three variables as X, Y, Z. How can we uh, divide these variables? So one here I'm taking left side and two here I'm taking YZ. So here ordering of the variables important. So that's why here I'm taking it as X and here I'm taking it as YZ. For single variable, we have two possible combinations, 0 and 1. For two variables, we have four possible combinations, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0. See here, I'm not taking here in order because if it is three variable or four variable or five variable sequence, we use gray code sequence. We use gray code sequence. Why? Because, for example, here these two cells are adjacent. When these two cells are adjacent, if they differ only in one bit position, we said these two cells are adjacent. Okay, so for that purpose, here we use gray code sequence 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, and 1, 0. See here, this M1 and M3, we said these two are adjacent because these two differ only one bit position. Only one bit position. Okay, so this is K variable K map. Here in this representation, we use minterms to minterms. So small m represent minterm. Minterm is nothing but product term. If it was a capital M, that is a max term representation. Okay, and next four variable K map. For four variable K map, we have 2 power 4 combinations. 2 power 4 means 16 cells. 16 cells. We have 16 cells. How can we divide these four variables? So here I'm representing two. Here I'm taking two as one group and another two as one group. Okay. So here I'm taking variables W, X, Y, Z, alphabetical order. W, X, Y, Z. So here I'm dividing W, X as one group and Y, Z as one group. Okay, see here for two variables we have four possible combinations. We have to write in gray code sequence, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. In similar way 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. See here, first cell we have 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Four zeros. Four zeros means that is 0. In this cell 0, 0, 0, 1, that is 1. In this cell 0, 0, 1, 1. So that is 3. So see here M1 and M3 are said to be adjacent because because they are differ only in single bit position. And here you may observe, if you take any variable, so the number of adjacencies for that variable is equal to the number of variables in the expression. Number of variables for that K-map. For example, what are the total number of adjacencies for this minterm? So the maximum number of adjacencies are 4. So we can have the number of adjacencies. We can have the number of adjacencies are less than. Okay. See here for minterm 0, what are the number of adjacencies? For minterm 0, M1 is adjacent, M4 is adjacent. For minterm 0, M2 also adjacent. For minterm 0, M8 also adjacent. Because these are differ only one bit position. So that's why these two are also called adjacent. So what we say, corners also adjacent in the K map. Corners also adjacent. For 0, 8 also adjacent. For 0, 2 also adjacent. For 0, 1 also adjacent. For 0, 4 also adjacent. So what are the maximum number of adjacencies for each minterm? 4. What are the maximum number of adjacencies? 4. Okay. For example, if you take 7, what are the number of adjacencies? M3 adjacent, M5 adjacent, M6 adjacent, M15 adjacent. If there is any possibility, no. So only these four are adjacent for this minterm 7. Okay. So this is the representation for the graphical representation for the four variable K map. Four variable K map. Okay. So I will discuss about 5 variable K-map in next session. Okay. And next, what are the rules to minimize the given function using K-map? Using K-map. Okay. So see here, first step, what we have to do is, if it is sum of products form, if it is in sum of products form, or it is in or the function having the minterms, or the function having the minterms. So first step what we have to do is, we have to represent the given minterms as 1 in K-map, as 1 in K-map. What are the minterm representation in K-map? We can represent it as 1 in K-map. Okay. So see here, first step is, if the number of variables are 3, we have to draw the 3 variable K-map. If the number of variables are 4, we have to draw the 4 variable K-map. So first draw the K-map for the given number of variables. That is the first step. In second step, we have to place the given minterms or maxterms in the K-map at their respective positions. That was the second step. If the given function containing minterms, so minterm we represent minterms in K-map as 1 in their respective cells, or we can represent the maxterms as 0 in K-map. Okay. After that, grouping. After that, grouping. So we may group then the number of variables always in 2 powers. We may group 2 variables, we may group 4 variables, we may group 2 power 3, sorry, 2 power 2 4 variables, 2 power 3 8 variables, and 2 power 4 16 variables. 2 power 4 16 variables. Okay, that is depending on the number of variables. So what are the maximum highest possibility of the grouping is equal to number of variables. Okay. After grouping, we get the simplified SOP expression, or we may get the simplified product of sums expression. That is depending on the number of minterms we group or the number of maxterms we group. Okay. So in the final expression, for example, if the number of variables are more than 5, if the number of variables are more than 5, so K-map method of simplification also difficult when if the number of variables are more than 5. In that case, we use tabular method of minimization. Tabular method of minimization. In tabular method of minimization, the final expression means the minimized expression contains essential prime implicants and only the required prime implicants. And only the required prime implicants. So first, what is the definition of prime implicant and essential prime implicant? So, what is prime implicant? When after grouping, for example, if we may group 2 variables or 4 variables or 8 variables or 16 variables, and that product term is called, prime implicant. That product term is called prime implicant. When the prime implicant is said to be essential prime implicant, in this at least one which cannot be covered by any other prime implicant, or any other group, that is called essential prime implicant. That is called essential prime implicant. Okay. See here, in final expression, we have essential prime implicants and only the required prime implicants are in the final equation. Okay. And next, another classification in K-map is, we can do the K-map method of simplification with don't case. See here, where the don't care combinations are used. For example, sometimes outputs are not specified. Sometimes outputs are not defined. Some input combinations. For some input combinations, at that symbol, at that case only, we take it as don't care. So don't cares are represented in K-map with cross mark. with cross mark. We can consider them it either 0 or 1. For example, we are going to do SOP method of simplification. In that case, we consider these don't cares as 1. For POS method of simplification, in that case, we consider those don't cares are 0. Those don't cares are 0. So actually, these don't cares are helpful to reduce the given function. To reduce the given function. Okay, so these are the rules for simplifying the K-map, simplification rules for the K-map to get the minimized expression. Okay, see here, I'm going to explain you about how to first step, how to write the number of adjacencies for the each cell. Okay, so here are some problems. See here, the given expression in this problem, here the given expression contains two variables, means we have to take two variable K-map. We have to take two variable K-map. What are those two variables? X and Y. What are those two variables? X and Y. For two variable K-map, we have 4 cells, so we have to draw 4 cells. We have to draw 4 cells and we have to draw two variable K-map. Okay, and here ordering of the variables also important. So here left side I'm taking X, and right side I'm taking Y. Okay, for the variable X, so if it is SOP, so here the given function is SOP in sum of products form. So in this case, I'm treating 0 as complemented variable and 1 as uncomplemented variable. See here for X, we have two possible combinations. Here 0 and 1, and here also 0 and 1. Here also 0 and 1. Okay, so here 0 and 1. Here also 0 and 1. So in SOP, what is 0 complementing variable? X bar. So we have to write it as X bar. And what we have to write it as here? X. And similarly, we have to write it as Y bar. And we have to write it as Y. So in this case, we have to place this expression in K-map, and then we have to minimize by applying K-map rules. Okay. See here, what is the first term, product term? That is X bar Y. That is X bar Y. See here, we have X bar is here. X bar is here. So I'm drawing just a line. And next, what we have, next variable is Y. Next variable is Y. So where these two lines are coincide at this position. At this position means we have to represent X bar Y in this cell as 1. In this cell as 1. So we have to represent X bar Y in this cell as 1. As 1, because the given expression is in SOP form. And next step, xy. So X is here and Y is here. Where these two lines are coincide? Here in this position. In this position, we have to represent it as 1. It as 1. Okay. So after placing ones, what is the next step? We have to group. How can we group? We can group 2, 4, 2 powers, always 2 powers, 2 variables, 4 cells or 8 cells or 16 cells. Is there any possibility of 16 cells? No. Is there any possibility of 8 cells? No. Is there any possibility of grouping 4 cells? No. Why? Because only we have 2 cells are represented with 1. Oh, these 2 cells are adjacent. We can group only adjacent cells only. Okay, so what is the possibility? We have to group these 2 cells. So there is no another possibility. So after grouping, what we have to do? We have to write the common term. We have to write the common term in that group. So what is the common term? See here X bar, here X. In these two terms, there is no common term. And what is the common variable here? Only Y. Only Y. So final expression, minimized expression is F is equal to y. F is equal to y. F is equal to y. Okay. And next, another problem I'm taking, I'm going to explain. See here, another problem I'm taking. In this problem, so given function contains two variables. Given function contains two variables, only two variables x and y. So we have to take two variable k-map. We have to take two variable k-map. Okay. So after drawing the two variable k-map representation, next step what we have to do, we have to place this expression in k-map. We have to place this expression in k-map. See here, this expression is XOP expression. What we have to do? We have to take 0 as complement. We have to take 1 as uncomplement. Means here we have to take X bar and here we have to take X. In similarly, here we have to take Y bar and here we have to take Y. Okay. So after that, we have to place this expression in the K-map. See, what is first term? X bar y. What is first term? X bar y. So here X bar is here and Y is here. These two are coincide at this point. So I have to place 1 in this position. Okay, in this position. And next term is xy. See here, this is x and this is y. These two lines are coincide in this point. So I have to place, I have to represent xy as in this cell with 1. With 1. Next one is xy bar. So this is x and this is y bar. Where these two lines are coincide, these two lines are coincide in this point only. So we have to write it as 1. We have to write it as 1. Okay. After that, what we have to do, we have to do grouping. We have to do grouping. See here, for example, if it is two variable k-map, this was very simple to group. But if the number of variables are increases, we have to choose the number of adjacencies for the grouping. Number of adjacencies for the grouping. See here, I'm writing the number of adjacencies for the placed minterms. So actually, this is 0, and this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3. Okay. So for 1, what are the number of adjacencies we have? See here, for 1, 3 is also adjacent, 0 is also adjacent. But in 0, we have no 1. So the number of adjacencies for 1 is only one number of adjacencies. One number of adjacencies, that is only 3. For minterm 1, the number of adjacencies is 1. And next for minterm 2, what are the number of adjacencies for minterm 2? This is the minterm 2. The number of adjacencies is 1. Only 3 is adjacent for 2. Only 3 is adjacent for 2. So what are the number of adjacencies? Only one number of adjacencies. Okay. And next, the minterm 3. Minterm 3. This is minterm 3. What are the total number of adjacencies? See here, from minterm 3, we have 1 is also adjacent and 2 is also adjacent. So we have the total number of adjacencies are 2. Total number of adjacencies are 2. Okay, so if the number of variables are increases, so we have to choose this method. So we have to choose this method for the simplification. So we have to write, what we have to write, the number of adjacencies for the minterms. See here, and next step is give the first priority to the least number of adjacencies. Give priority to the first priority to the least number of adjacencies. See here, the minterm 1 and 2 have the number of adjacencies are 1. These are the least number of adjacencies. See here, I'm randomly taking 1. Instead, for 1 and 2, I'm taking 1. For 1, so only we have one possibility. We may group 1 with 3. 1 with 3. So there is no other possibility. There is no other possibility. We may group vertically or horizontally, but not diagonally. You have to remember that point. We may group horizontally, either vertically, but not diagonally. But not diagonally. So we have to group these 1 with 3. 1 with 3. Okay, so after grouping, what is the common term here? Y. What is the common term here? Y. Okay, and next, so here 1 is involved in group with 3. So so 1 and 3 are covered. So what is the remaining? Remaining we have 2 only. Remaining we have 2 only. So we have to group 2 with 3 only. So only one possibility. There is no possibility. So what are the maximum number of grouping if in this group? Only 2 variables we may group. Okay, so only we group 2 with 3. So that is only the possibility. We cannot do 4, we cannot do 8, we cannot do 16. There is no possibility because there is no possibility. So after grouping, what is the equation? X. What is the equation? X. Okay, if we may group once in K-map, we get SOP expression. Okay, for if we group zeros, we get POS expression. We get POS expression. So 2 also covered. So all the given minterms are covered and we get this as the simplified expression. Simplified expression. Okay, this is the 2 variable K-map. Okay, and next, see here, this is a 3 variable K-map problem. 3 variable K-map problem. See here, for a given function consisting 3 variables. What are those? X, Y, Z. So in first step, what we have to do? We have to draw the 3 variable K-map. You have to draw the 3 variable K-map. And you have to divide the variables in the order. See here, I am taking X is here and Y, Z is here. Y, Z is here. Okay. So first you have to draw the K-map. After that, you have to, so for 3 variable K-map, this is 1. This is, this is 0. This is 1. And this is 3. And this is 2. And this is 4. This is 5 and 6 and this is 7. In first step, what we have to do, if for example here I am taking X means and the given expression is SOP. So this is X bar and this is X. This is X. And here this is Y bar. This is Y bar and Z bar. And this is Y bar and this is Z. And this is Y. This is Z. And here Y, Z bar. Y, Z bar. See here, what is the first term? X, Y, Z bar. X, Y, Z bar. I am having X in this line and next to Y, Z bar. Where I have Y, Z bar in this line. So these two are coincide at this point. So I have to place one in this cell only. And next term is XYZ. XYZ. This is X line. And where YZ we have here. So these two are coincide at this point. So I have to place 1. And next one is X bar YZ. So this is X bar. And this is YZ. So in that position, I have to represent that product term as 1 in this cell. See here, only 3 minterms we have. What are those? 3, 6, 7. 3, 6, 7. Okay. So after placing, what we have to do? We have to write the number of adjacencies for the placed minterms. See here, for the minterm 3, what are the number of adjacencies? Only 7 is adjacent. Only 7 is adjacent. There is no one here. There is no one here. Only one is here. That is 7. So what are the total number of adjacencies for the minterm? 1. In similar way, for 6, what are the total number of adjacencies? For 6, 7 only adjacent. There is no one here. There is no one here. Okay. So the number of adjacencies are 1. For minterm 7. See here, for minterm 7, actually 5 adjacent, 3 adjacent, 6 adjacent. For minterm 7, we have two numbers. We have two numbers. One is 3 and one is 6. So what are the total number of adjacencies? We have two adjacencies. What are the total number of adjacencies? We have two adjacencies. Okay, so after writing the number of adjacencies, we have to give the first priority. We have to give the priority to the least number of adjacencies. Here I am taking 3. Here I am taking 3. So see here 3. So what is the maximum possibility of grouping here? Can we group 4? No. Can we group 8? No. We can group 3 with 7 only. 3 with 7 only. 3 with 7 only. So what is the expression here? YZ. What is the expression here? YZ. See here 3 and 7 are involved in group. So we can tick mark. We can tick. And next, what we have left? 6. What here we have left? 6. 6 is here. Can we group 4 with 6? No. Can we group 8? No. 8 cells. Can we group 8 cells? No. So we can group only 2 cells. Those two are 6 and 7. 6 and 7. So after grouping these two cells, what we have? X is common. And in these two cells, what we have? Y is common. What we have? Y is common. So what is the term here? Product term? XY. So in this, after grouping the number of cells, so we get product term for each group. Product term for each group. Okay. So this is the minimized expression. Minimized SOP expression. So this is a 3 variable K map. 3 variable K map. Okay. And next, I'm taking another problem. See here, in previous problems, we placed the given expression in K-map. But here, the given problem have, see here, f of xyz. Here, they mentioned f of xyz and summation of means here the given numbers are minterms. Given numbers are minterms. So that is summation of 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here the function consists of 3 variables. In first step, what we have to do? We have to draw the 3 variable K-map. We have to draw the 3 variable K-map. So after drawing, what we have to do next step? We have to place the given minterms in K-map as 1. As 1. So here, what are the given minterms here? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually this is 0. This is 1. This is 3. This is 2. And this is 4, 5, 7, and 6. After placing these minterms in this group, in the K map, what we have to do? We have to write the number of adjacencies for the each minterm. See here, I'm taking the first number is 1. For 1, what are the number of adjacencies we here? What are the number of adjacencies here? Two numbers. What are those? 3 and 5. 3 and 5. So what are the total number of adjacencies for the minterm? 2. And next, minterm 3. What are the number of adjacencies we have for minterm 3? We have two numbers. What are those? 1 and 7. 1 and 7. 1 and 7. And next, for the minterm 4, see here, this is minterm 4. For minterm, we have 5 is adjacent. For minterm, we have 6 is also adjacent. Why? Because corners also adjacent. Okay, for minterm 4, 6 also adjacent. What are the total number of adjacencies here? 2. Here, 2. And next, 5. 5. For minterm 5, here we have 3 adjacencies. See here, 4 is adjacent, 1 is adjacent, 7 is adjacent. So what are the number of adjacencies here? 3 numbers. What are the number of adjacencies here? 3 numbers. And next for minterm 6. For minterm 6. What are the number of adjacencies here? See here, for minterm 6, 7 is adjacent. For minterm 6, 4 also adjacent. Corners also adjacent. Only we have number of adjacencies for the minterm 6 is 2. Is 2. And next, for minterm 7. For minterm 7. For minterm 7, what we have here? See, 5 adjacent, 6 adjacent, 3 adjacent. What are the maximum number of adjacencies here? 3. Here 3. In next step, what we have to do? What we have to do in next step? We have to give the priority to the least number of adjacencies. Least number of adjacencies. See here, the least number of adjacencies are 2. So here I am taking min term 1. Min term 1. So this is min term 1. So here I am placing the, here I am pointing the pen here. What is the maximum possibility of grouping? What is the maximum possibility of the grouping for min term 4? See here, we do 8? Can we do 8 cells? No, there is no all ones in this K map. Okay, so after that, can we do 4? Yes, we can group these 4. These 4. So I am placing, I am pointing pen here. We can group these 4. Okay, so after grouping, the grouping structure may be in square or in rectangular form, okay, we can group these 4. Okay, after grouping, what are the common terms? See here, we have x bar and we have x. There is no common term horizontally, but here we have y bar, z, and we have y, z. What is the common term here? Z. What is the common term only here? Is Z. Is Z. So in this group, what are the min terms are involved in this group? 1, 3, 5, 7. 1, 3, 5, 7. We may take those numbers, those min terms. And I am taking next 4 because only 4 and 6 are left. Okay. I will go with 4. See here for min term 4, here I am placing, I am pointing the pen here. What is the maximum number of possibility? So can we group 4? These 4 like this? Yes. So I am already told to you, grouping, we can do grouping either horizontally or vertically, but not diagonally. And the grouping shape may be either square or rectangle. Either square or rectangle. So we can group these 4 cells. Okay. So in these 4 cells, what is the common literal? Only X. Only X. Here we have y bar z bar, here we have y bar z, yz bar. So only in all 4 cells, what is the common literal here? X. What is the common literal here? X. Okay. So in this group, 4 is involved in this group and 6 is involved in this group. So this is the simplified expression. This is the simplified expression. Okay. And next, another problem I am taking. So this is another problem, 3 variable K map. See here, I'm going to explain you this one. So here the given function output z is equal to, here the representation is sum, means here the given terms are min terms, and the function consists of 3 variables because here they represent a comma b comma c, and the given min terms are 1 3 6 7. 1 3 6 7. So what we have to do in first step, we have to draw the k variable K map. We have to draw the k variable 3 variable K map. Okay, and ordering of the variables also important. So here I'm taking A and here I'm taking B. Okay, and next step, what we have to do, we have to place these min terms in K map as 1. See here, this is 1, this is 3, and this is 6, and this is 7. We have to represent these min terms in K map as 1. Okay, so after that, what we have to do, we have to write the number of adjacencies. The number of adjacencies. See here, for min term 1, what are the number of adjacencies here for min term 1? See here, only one number is adjacent, that is only 3. There is no one here, there is no one here, only one cell is adjacent, that is 3. So what are the number of adjacencies here? 1. And next I'm taking 3 for min term 3. What are the number of adjacencies we have? See, For minterm 3, 1 adjacent, 7 adjacent. So what are the total number of adjacencies? 2. What are the total number of adjacencies? 2. And next, minterm 6. Minterm 6. For minterm 6, what are the number of adjacencies here? Only one number is adjacent. That is 7 only. So the number of adjacencies is equal to 1. And next for minterm 7, we have the number of adjacencies are 2. See here for minterm 7, 6 is adjacent and 3 is adjacent. 6 is adjacent and 3 is adjacent. After that, what we have to do? We have to give the priority for the least number of adjacencies. See here I am taking 1. So 1 is here. So here, what is the maximum possibility of grouping? Can we group 8 cells? No, there is no possibility. Can we group 4 cells with this one? No, there is no possibility. We can group these 2 cells only. These 2 cells only. There is only one possibility. There is only one possibility. So what is the common term here? See here, A bar is horizontally and here B bar C and next B C. What is the common term here? A bar C, A bar C. Next plus. So after this grouping 1 and 3 are involved. 1 and 3 are involved. What are the remaining left 6 and 7. So I'm taking 6. So this is 6. So with 6, can we group 4? No, only there is the possibility of 2 only. There is a possibility of these 2 group only. So in this group, 6 is involved and 7 is involved. So after that grouping, what is the common term here? Horizontally, we have A and vertically we have B and vertically we have B. So what is the term, product term? A, B. A, B, A, B. Okay, and we no need to group these 2. So that's why I'm following this adjacency procedure. This adjacency procedure, what we have to do? First, we have to write the number of adjacencies. After that, consider the least number of adjacency minterm and point that minterm and group the maximum number of possibility and group the maximum numbers of cells. Okay. Okay. So what is the final expression? So what is the final expression? See here, red group A bar C and a green group AB. So what is the final expression? That is A bar C plus AB. A bar C plus AB. Okay. And next here, 4 variable K-map, I'm taking examples. So we discussed previous examples. All are the SOP method of simplifications. SOP method of simplification. So for 4 variable K-map, here I'm taking 4 variables P, Q, R, S. P, Q, R, S. 4 variables. So here I'm taking in order for P, Q, R, S. P, Q, R, S. First step, what we have to do? We have to draw the 4 variable K-map. We have to draw the 4 variable K-map and give the number into each cell. So 0, 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 7, 6 like that. After that, what we have to do here? The given terms are min terms. Why? Because here the representation as summation. So these 0, 2, 5, 7, 8, 10, 13, 15 are min terms. So place these min terms in K-map as 1. As 1. Okay. So after placing, what is the first step? We have to write the number of adjacencies. We have to write the number of adjacencies. See here, for minterm 0, what are the number of adjacencies for minterm 0? See here, for each cell, we have the maximum number of adjacencies are 4 because it is 4 variable K-map. For minterm 0, 1 is adjacent, 4 is adjacent and corners also adjacent, means 8 adjacent and 2 adjacent. Means for each cell, we have the maximum number of adjacencies are 4. Maximum number of adjacencies are 4. But in this problem, for minterm 0, we have only two numbers are adjacent, that is 2 and 8. That is 2 and 8. The number of adjacencies are 2. For minterm 3, 10 adjacent and 0 adjacent. So number of adjacencies here, 2. And next, for minterm 5, where is the minterm 5? 5. For 5, we have number of adjacencies are 2, only 7 and 13. So here the number of adjacencies are 2. And next, for minterm 7 also we have number of adjacencies 2. And minterm 8, for minterm 8, the number of adjacencies are 2. And next, minterm 10. For minterm 10, the number of adjacencies are 2. And next, minterm 13. For minterm 13. For minterm 13, the number of adjacencies are also 2. For minterm 15, the number of adjacencies are 2. Are 2. Here you may observe, for each minterm we have the number of adjacencies are equal. For each minterm we have the number of adjacencies are equal. So we may take any of these minterm. We may give the first priority any of these minterms. So here first, for example, I am taking 5. See here 5. Where is 5? Here is 5. For this 5, with this 5, can we group 8? There is a possibility? No. No. For example, with this 5, we have to group these 8 cells. In 4, we have 1. No. In 12, we have 1. No. There is no ones in this position. So, with this 5, we may group only 4 cells. Only 4 cells. What are those? 5, 7, 13, 15. So, 5, 7, 13, 15 are involved in group. And what is the equivalent term? What is the equivalent product term? See here, what is common here? 1 is common. 1 means that is Q. 1 means that is Q. So, ikkada Q. And next, vertically, what we have here? S is common. So, Q into S. Q into S. What is the product term? Q into S. And next, here I am taking 0. With 0, can we group 8? There is a possibility of 8? No. So, with this 0, we can group these 4, corners 4, these 4, corners 4. We can group only these corners 4. Okay. So, after grouping, what is common term? See here, I am taking horizontally. Horizontally 0 0 1 0 means here we have q bar. Okay, and next vertically means in this position and in this position. Here also 0 0 1 0 means second 0 is common, means we have q bar s bar, q bar x bar. So with this grouping, 2 is involved in the group, 8 is involved in the group, 10 is involved in the group. All the minterms are covered. All the minterms are covered. So what is the minimized expression? Qs plus q bar s bar. Q bar S bar. Okay. So this is for 4 variable K map. And next problem. See here QS and Q bar S bar. So what is the expression? QS plus Q bar S bar. Okay. So these all are SOP method of simplification. Means the given expression is in SOP form or the given terms are minterms. We can represent those minterms in K-map as 1. Means after grouping we get product terms. But after grouping each group we get simplified product term. Simplified product term. And next is how can we group the product terms. So here I am taking an example of 3 variable K map and the given terms are max terms. Given terms are max terms means here the given terms are sum terms. Okay, and the representation of K map is same. For example, here we have 3 variables in the given function. So we have to draw the three variable K-map, and ordering of the variables also important. So we have to take the variables in order. And next here, instead of summation, what we have here, pi, means that is a product of sums form. Product of sums form means here the given terms are max terms. Given terms are max terms. These max terms are represented in K-map as 0. As 0. Means in 0's place we have to place 0. In 3 we have to place 0. In 6 we have to place 0. In 7 we have to place 0. These cells are called max terms. These cells are called max terms. Okay. For example, if we want to get minimized product of sums expression, okay. So here a is 0 is uncomplement of the variable and 1 is complement of the variable. Complement means we have to represent bar. And here each cell is max term. Max term is nothing but sum term. So we have to take here sum. See here 0, 0 means that is b plus z. 0 is uncomplement. And here b plus c bar. B plus c bar. And see here b bar plus c bar. And here b bar plus c. B bar plus c. Okay. So after that, what we have to do? We have to write the number of adjacencies, and procedure is same. So for max term 0, what are the number of adjacencies? See here, there is no adjacency for the max term 0. So the number of adjacencies are 0. Next, for max term 3, what are the number of adjacencies? Only 7 is adjacent. So we have to write the number of adjacencies is 1. And for max term 6, what are the number of adjacencies? Only one number is adjacent. For max term 7, what are the number of adjacencies for max term 7? We have two numbers are adjacent. Two numbers are adjacent. After that, we have to give the priority to the least number of adjacencies. So for 0, is there any possibility to group with 2 cells or 4 cells or 8 cells? Because here for max term 0, there is no cell is adjacent. Okay. So what is the expression here? A plus B plus C. A plus B plus C, because there is no grouping. Because there is no grouping. And next, here I am taking 3. Okay. So here in this cell, with this 3, can we group 4 cells? No. So there is a possibility of 2 cells only. There is a grouping. So this 2 cells grouping is called pair. What we call it as pair. Okay, what are the common term? Horizontally, there is no common term. Vertically, we have B bar plus C bar. B bar plus C bar only. Okay, so with this grouping, 7 is also involved in this group and 0 is completed. What we have left? Only 6. Only 6. With this 6, what we have to do? We have to group these two. We have to group these two. So remember one thing. Here is a possibility of grouping. Only these two cells. Only pair is. Okay, only pair is allowable. There is no possibility of quad. Okay, can we draw? Can we group 4 numbers? There is no possibility. Only we can group the 6 and 7. 6 and 7. There is no other possibility. Okay, so here, sorry, this one is wrong. Here 6 and 7. After grouping 6 and 7, what are the common terms here? A bar is common horizontally and plus vertically. In 6 and 7, what is common? B bar literally is common. So A bar plus B bar. A bar plus B bar. So here the output expression is in POS form. Product of sums form. Product of sums form. Okay. So this is for 3 variable. This is for 3 variable. See here. So we have 3. So this one is wrong. Actually, we have only 2 literals in this expression. Okay, so you may modify this one. Okay. And next one is, I am taking another example of 4 variable with the product of sums. Okay, so here the given terms are max terms. Here the given terms are max terms. So first step, what we have to do for 4 variables, you have to draw the 4 variable K map. Okay, after that, what we have to do, we have to place the given max terms in their respective cells as 0. See here 3, 5, 7, 8, 10. So here in 8 also we have to take it as 0. Okay, and 11, 12, 13. Okay, after placing, what we have to do, we have to write the number of adjacencies. For 3, what are the number of adjacencies here? Only 1 is adjacent. Sorry, two numbers adjacent. For 3, 7 adjacent. For 3, 11 also adjacent. See here 3 and 11 also adjacent. Why? Because corners also adjacent, and these two cells are differed by 1 bit position. What are the total number of adjacencies for the max term 3? 2. For 5 also we have 2 numbers adjacent. For 7 also we have 5 adjacent, 3 adjacent, 2 numbers adjacent. And 5 for 8 also 12 adjacent, 10 adjacent. So you may observe for each max term we have the total number of adjacencies are here 2. All are equal. The number of adjacencies for the each max term are equal. So here we may take any max term. So here first I am considering 3. With 3, see here first I am writing the number of adjacencies. For 3, we have the number of adjacencies are 2. For 5, we have the number of adjacencies are 2. For 7, we have 2. Okay, so what we have to consider, for example, if I am taking 3 is with 7 as pair, means 3 and 7 are involved in group. 3 and 7 are involved in group. After that, I will go with 5. So what we have to do, we have to consider like this. And what we have to do, we have to consider like this. And we have to consider like this. For example, if you want to group, you may group these 3 and 11. So this is one group. After that, what we have to do, you have to choose like this, and you have to choose like this, and you have to choose like this. Means here we have 2 possible expressions. Here we have 2 possible expressions. Why? Because we may group 3 with 7 or 3 with 11. If I group 3 with 11, I will group 7 with 5, 13 with 12, 8 with 10. Means there is here 2 possibilities. 2 possibilities of minimized expressions. Okay. So this is all about 2 variable, 3 variable, 4 variable K-map for SOP and POS to get the simplified SOP expression and simplified POS expressions. Okay. So this is the minimized expression. So this is minimized expression. We have 4 pairs. So for 4 pairs, we have 4 terms. Okay. So finally, I want to conclude. We convert any other SOP into POS or POS into SOP form. For example, if we get the minimized SOP expression, from that we may get POS expression. What we have to do? We have to do the complement. Of the complement. So here SOP of F bar and whole bar. we will get POS. Or simply, what are the missing terms in this function? 0 is missing, 1 is missing, 2 is missing. So if we may group these terms, these zeros, ones, 2, 6, 14, so we may get simplified SOP expression. Simplified SOP expression means if the missing terms in this function are min terms. What are the missing terms in this function are min terms. If we may group these min terms, we get simplified expression, simplified SOP expression. Okay. Thank you.